Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Blue Abroad Analytics Corner, and we're reviewing the girls who have just had a convincing victory, it has to be said, against the Whitten Bulldogs. Now, firstly, it was a huge stage set for the girls against the Doggies. In the Pride round, the celebration of, I think, what makes Australia great, the unity we have in our society. And although the Pride round is more associated as a celebration of the LGBT community, I also see it as a celebration of how amazing football is to our culture here in Australia. It just brings us together. It's an assembly point where we kind of put our differences aside, regardless of what we believe or who we are, and we just join together in the common love of football. And I thought it was an absolute spectacular, this round is just an absolute showcase of what makes Australia great in that avenue. Also, a huge shout out to the phenomenal Carlton Pride community that we have. The wonderful work they do of really allowing it to be a truly inclusive football club, and it's a great thing to be a part of. I think whether you're a fan, a player, a coach, behind the room staff, it's just wonderful to be a Carlton member, I think. So let's get on to the game. So the first quarter it was a real windy Whitten Oval, and I really thought it showcased the girls' ability to play football not just in perfect conditions. I thought they really utilised the wind advantage really well. There was a real high defensive press, and we saw a more kick-heavy focus game, looking for metres gained, which is really the blueprint of how you play windy footy. I really did think what really impressed me was like Sarah Hoskins' tackle. I felt that was really personification of what Carlton's girls team is about. Intense pressure, not letting people leave the defensive 50 easy. And I thought it was just really, really good to see that the girls really upped the ante after kind of a tepid game last week. Leofi down back, I thought you think of her with her speed in the first quarter. That's what personifies her game. I thought the fact that her intercept marks, her ability to position, and she was a real standout in the first term. Maddie Prespakis, she was just everywhere. She really helped move the chains, doing the simple things well, really creating pressure and really getting some real good inside 50 pressure there. Georgia G, I thought she took her first goal fantastically. That bomb inside 50 from Moody really set that up, and Taylor just proved what was said last week about not being good at anything other than the air. She showcased her footy IQ. It was a smart handball, really released G, and she kicked into an empty goal scare. Brazil, I thought she finished off a very fine move for the second. She just blazed it in from deep. It was a very good goal. And McAvoy, she finally got her first. She's been threatening to do it every round. Nice set shot. And really, it was good to see the girls get around her and really set up a good lead for us going into that second term. I thought McAvoy and Prespakis really did impress. Their movement throughout and around the ground. And the girls really did control the footy really well in the first quarter. There was never really any pressure. Second quarter, the girls resorted to sitting back deep, and that's a very good thing when you're against the wind. Taylor worked really hard. She presented a really good outlet ball for us down the flanks, and she took a couple of strong grabs, particularly at the start of the quarter, and it really allowed the defence, just to get a bit of a breather, because it was all the Doggies this quarter. And it was fantastic pressure from them. The Doggies didn't capitalise though. It really was a 2 to 3 goal breeze, and they struggled to adjust to the windy conditions our defence did. I felt we allowed pressure with just some real too long kicks, too much just panic kicking out of 50. It really allowed them to come onto us. But they did fantastic, I thought, to limit the Doggies to 1 goal. Pressure was still there, which was really important, particularly in the middle of the park, really allowed the girls to get a breather down back. And the reset, well, I thought that was one thing that really did surprise me as well. And it's something I was harping on in round 1 and 2. The transition ability of this team is up there with the best in the league. Real strong at transitioning, and it was really showcased in the second term of how quickly they could lose the ball and transition back into a defensive set and then go again. The third quarter was really just a masterclass in superior run and carry skills, and we entered the 50 with purpose, and we did it with ease. The forward pressure was just a joy to see, and G again showed her exceptional poaching ability as she managed to snipe a handball to snag her second. It was a very good goal, very opportunist goal, and the girls really forced the Doggies to kick long, to one-on-one contests to contested marks. And the Hoskin twins again were at centre stage. Really make it hard to find an outlet ball when you're under that pressure. And they were constantly stifled, the Doggies halfback line. McAvoy found space at will. And when she did look to get inside 50, she really did set it up on the square. Taylor showed great strength and courage to take the mark in front. And really showed that once Carlton do get a lead, this girls' team is hard to break down because they keep coming. Forward pressure was really prominent here. Taylor worked really hard. Didn't allow the back pockets or any of the halfbacks to get out of that 50 without having to take contact. G and Dalton threatened throughout this term as well. And the girls really set the benchmark of how to play with the wind and the conditions. Into the wind from the last, we learned the issues we had in the second. And the girls really showed that it was all short kicks, handballs, keep the ball, relieve the pressure. And they really worked the ball up the ground well. Again, Leofi was absolutely fantastic. She allowed her mids to push up the ground because any ball that came over the top, she competed well, she took the marks, and she was just a real level head throughout. It's hard to believe this is only her third game at this level. Vesio sneaked a good goal out the back after some fantastic work from Harrington, and it really, after that, the pressure was off. Prasparkis was everywhere in this quarter, and she really just allowed them chains to keep moving forward. We soaked up the pressure well when the Dogs did attack, and you've got to remember they did get back to within 9 at one stage, but sustained forward pressure, the midfield just got on top, and G again showed her class and her ability to set people up, allowing Stevens to kick a nice little goal on the angle. And at that point, it was pretty much, thank you very much for the points. The nice little work between Prasparkis and G for the third was really good, and it was exciting to see that you're going to see G, Dalton, Prasparkis for the years to come. Let's look at how we looked at the 3 vote system. So, I mean, for me, it was quite tough this because obviously people were really fighting for 3 and 2 and 1. But I mean, I thought Madison Prasparkis gets my 3 votes. 24 touches, 3 marks, 6 tackles. It was an absolute phenomenal standout display. It's hard to describe how good she's going to become, but I mean, every game she seems to be getting better. She did work the tag well, and it was hard to believe she was tagged, but there was times where there was intense pressure on her. But she just does the simple things well. Absolute workhorse. 2, obviously G with 3 goals, phenomenal. 8 disposals, 1 mark, and her forward pressure, 6 tackles. It's a sight to behold. There's no doubt that 19s at Carlton love kicking snags, and you can see it reflects in the girls' side as well. 1 vote I'm giving to Lucy McAvoy. 19 touches, 3 marks, 3 tackles, and 1 goal. Well taken goal as well. She just looks a threat, and for me, moving forward, I like her when she sneaks into that just deeper position, just outside the 50. I think potentially you may see her come in at centre half forward and allow Taylor to go to full forward. Something that's really exciting for me. I think we do lack another tall in that forward line. And Lucy's really stepping up, tackling, ability to compete in the air, really good ground game. Really enjoyed her game throughout. Player focus this week, and it can only be one. I've been wanting to do Madison Prasparkis since round 1. It's really exciting to just talk about her. And look at this heat map. This heat map is elite. Doesn't matter what level of football you play, this is what we're talking about. I mean, if you look at the heat map, obviously she does a lot of work in the ground. You can see, though, that she's not scared to come down back as well and really apply some pressure. That disposal, you see that one solitary one inside in defensive 50. It was a really clean kick to the halfback. And you see she's got such a good head. She gets in, she wins free kicks as well with just a tenacious ability. And when she tackles, she locks you up. It was an absolute phenomenal performance for me. And it's why she got the 3 votes. But I mean, there you look at the heat map, particularly, her work inside 50 is just phenomenal. Her work from stoppages. There is no weakness to this girl's game. And for me, she is the best female footballer on the planet by the length of Flemington Strait. Love watching Madison play, and it is an honour to see her in the navy blue. Super exciting when you think as well, we've got Dalton, we've got G, we've got McAvoy, Lelofi down the back. This is a very young girls' side that's going to just get better with age, and I can see this side dominating this competition in the years ahead. Super exciting. That's the wrap then. That was Carlton versus the Doggies. Really good performance. Obviously, the Doggies aren't one of the strongest teams, but you've got to beat what's in front of you. Tests will come as the weeks go ahead. But that is Analytics Corner for the AFLW. I'll see you soon, guys.